Imagine this: two armies, thousands of soldiers, bloodshed, deaths, and the reason? A wooden bucket. This is not a joke. This actually happened. And once you hear the full story, it says a lot about how humans really go to war. History is full of wars over land, religion, power, resources. But what if I told you one of the deadliest medieval conflicts in Italy started because someone stole a bucket from a well? Not gold, not a crown, not territory, a bucket. So how did something so small lead to thousands of deaths? To understand that, we need to go back to medieval Italy. In the early 1300s, Italy wasn't a single country. It was a patchwork of rival city-states. Two of those cities were Bologna and Modena. They were neighbors, and they hated each other. For decades, they were on opposite sides of a political conflict tearing Italy apart, the Guelphs and the Ghibellines. Bologna supported the Pope. Modena supported the Holy Roman Emperor. This wasn't just politics. It affected trade, loyalty, identity, and pride. By 1325, tension between the two cities was already close to boiling over. They just needed a spark. That spark came during a small raid. Soldiers from Modena slipped into Bologna's territory. And while they were there, they did something unexpected. They stole a wooden bucket from a public well. That's it. No massacre, no city burned. Just a bucket. But to Bologna, this wasn't a prank. It was humiliation. The bucket symbolized public property, civic pride, honor. Bologna demanded it back. Modena refused. At this point, things could have ended peacefully. But instead of negotiating, Bologna raised an army of around 30,000 soldiers. Modena responded with roughly 7,000 troops. Why such a massive force? Because the bucket wasn't really the reason. It was the excuse. Years of rivalry, insults, and power struggles were about to explode, and they did. The two armies met near a small village called Zappolino. What followed became known as the Battle of Zappolino. Despite being heavily outnumbered, Modena's forces were better trained, more disciplined, more unified. The battle didn't last long. Modena crushed Bologna's army. Thousands were killed or captured. Bologna was humiliated again. And the bucket? Modena kept it. To make matters worse, Modena didn't stop there. They paraded the bucket through the city as a trophy, a reminder that Bologna had lost a war over a bucket. And Bologna never got it back. Here's the part that makes this story truly surreal. The original wooden bucket still exists. It's displayed today in Modena's Civic Tower. Not hidden, not forgotten, proudly shown. A physical reminder that symbols can matter more than reason. This war wasn't really about a bucket. It was about pride, identity, honor. Throughout history, humans have gone to war over symbols, flags, borders drawn on maps, insults, beliefs. The bucket just happened to be the symbol that broke the tension. Strip away the armor, the swords, the banners, and you're left with something very human, the need to not be disrespected. Even today, conflicts start for similar reasons: a statement, a gesture, a perceived insult. The details change. The reasons don't. History doesn't repeat exactly, but it rhymes. So the next time you hear about a war starting over something small, remember this. Once upon a time, thousands of people died because of a bucket. If you want more stories like this, strange, forgotten, and unbelievable moments from history, this is History Snapshots.